We have lots of crazy conversations, but this time you're invited. You're listening to your favorite mother-daughter duo, the Crozier Girls. Okay, so I connected these headphones because I forgot that they were also Bluetooth. My laptop won't connect to my AirPods. Like it just won't. I've tried at this point like 4 different pairs of AirPods. So
okay. Well, listen, why have you not been connecting those headphones this whole time? Because
I didn't realize they were Bluetooth until earlier this week. I thought they were just wired, and then I realized they were Bluetooth because I've been going on runs, but AirPods fall out of my ears, and then I realized these are Bluetooth, so then I've been wearing these while I've been running, and then I just realized I can use it for the pod too. So,
well, this is actually pretty amazing because now the echo that people hear they'll no longer hear, and you don't have to mute and unmute every time.
Yeah, it was so frustrating.
This is great. Listen, we're getting so high tech around here. It's amazing.
So high tech, meaning Rebekah just finally realized her headphones were Bluetooth.
But listen, did you buy new AirPods?
Yeah, I did, and they were so expensive. I'm really upset about it.
Well, that's the cost.
I called
of
the airport, and it was an electronic person answering, and they were answering in Croatian, so I couldn't even figure out like what buttons to put. Like and I'm not gonna go there all the way there because it's just a whole trip, and it's just
right. Yeah.
Too much admin. I'd rather spend the money. Money will come back.
So I feel like we talk about Matt and Elisa a lot, but Elisa says this all the time. She said I think it's her sister-in-law. I think it's one of Matt's brother's wives. But this sister-in-law says all the time, that's a problem money can solve, and those are my favorite kind of problems.
I agree with that.
There you go. If you've got the money, then problems that money can solve are the best kind of problems.
Because it's easy, you know?
Right.
If you have the money, again.
Let's face it, they're just little green pieces of paper. So
exactly. Money will come back, but the 3 hours I spend going to the airport on a Saturday will not come back. So, and that's precious time.
Yeah, not a bad point. Not a bad point. Okay, I think we need to start off this episode. We've got some shout outs to give.
Yes, we do. We have some people who have invested in the podcast.
We've got an equity investment was made. And would you like to tell us, Rebekah, about that little situation?
Well, I had to look up what an equity investment was. I need some financial training. Well, if it's a true equity investment, what is he expecting from us?
Well, I guess we need to find out, don't we? We need to have him on the pod. But big shout out to White Oak Wealth Management for their investment in the Crozier Girls podcast this week. We are going to be able to stay on track with our episodes because of your fabulous investment. And also, if you have any financial investment needs, please reach out to White Oak Wealth Management in Beaufort, Georgia. Terry Swaim is the bomb. Also, Dad told me he's been talking to you about, investing and stuff, and you really do need to talk to Mr. Terry.
Yeah, it's because I did a finance webinar this week that Water Mission said that we could do, that they were paying for.
Right.
So I did, and then I just had a bunch of questions about stuff. So, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Terry's great, and he can point you in the right direction. Dad said you were making no interest off your savings account with Truist.
No, it's That's nothing.
It's literally
nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Well, we are so appreciative for that investment. We also have 2 other investors.
We do. You already mentioned her once.
Yes.
On the pod. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. The mom of Morris Conway, none other than Elisa Poniat. Yes. Sweet Elisa. She must really like our podcast. Her and Matt both told me they listened to us on like 2 times speed. They were like, is that offensive that we listen to you on 2 times speed? I was like, I don't care.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we already talk fast enough. That's insane.
I know, it is insane. I know you hate speeding up. Like, you hate when voices are sped up, but
it stresses me out. I actually can't I can't. It has to be 1 time speed. Something in my brain, it freaks me out. I don't like it.
Yeah, I can do like 1.25 or even 1.5 sometimes, but I don't know how they listen on 2 times. That blows my mind.
Do we sound like chipmunks? Or are we just talking really fast?
I don't know. I've never tried it, so. Anyway, but thank you guys so much. And then we had one other sweet sponsor this week. They must really want us to keep the pod going.
I know. Andrea Jenkins, thank you so much for your investment in the podcast.
Yes.
And also saying that I am welcome to use the leftover money for coffee. I appreciate that.
That's so sweet. So we have $22. The Crozier Girls podcast now has $22. This is a big deal. So anyway.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you.
We're going to save any money that we get from sponsors for our future podcast studio that we don't use for episodes. We're going to save for the studio. So don't worry, your money will be used wisely.
Right. So maybe someday we'll release video of these conversations when we have an actual studio and equipment. But I don't know. We'll see. So.
Release video? Wait, what do you mean?
Like the video, not just audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Like when we have a camera and, our studio that we're going to build.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, hi. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I feel like I should let everybody know that the floods have not affected me. The floods in Croatia.
Yes.
I am alive and well.
I did get several people ask, like, is Rebekah okay? We see there's flooding in Croatia. But I think it's mostly on the coast. Is that?
Yeah, it was mostly on the coast in Split. And it's funny because I keep seeing, like, these reels pop up on my Instagram of people being like, oh, my tropical vacation. And then that you just see, like, flood water, like, through the streets of Split. So,
yeah, it's crazy. You know what? You know what else is crazy to me? It blows my mind every week. Like, I thought last week's episode was like, this is kind of boring. It's not a great episode.
Yeah, me too.
And then we get so many comments from people, and people are actually still listening. And I get comments like, I'm laughing out loud. And I'm like, really?
I know. I'm like, what were you laughing at?
It's really hysterical. So anyway, I guess we'll keep going then.
Yep.
Hey, I was looking because it took you a minute to get connected. And so I was waiting for you. And so I was on Instagram. You know, when you post stories, I can't read what you write there. It's so tiny.
You can if you hold it down, and I make it tiny sometimes because it's not important. And only the people who really care about the fine print will hold my story down and look closely and be like, what did she write there? Because I don't, that's not for everybody. That's for like the people who care.
Okay.
About.
Well, I really care,
Yes.
and I didn't know I could hold it down and then zoom in. I've been taking screenshots. I've been taking screenshots and then going to my photos and zooming in. You actually can zoom in because I'm doing it right now. You can't zoom a lot.
You can zoom in on a story? What?
Yeah. If you hold it down.
I know you can hold it down, but
well,
okay,
I just
now I have to test this.
I thought. Yeah. Yeah, you can. You can't do a lot. But
you can.
That. I just taught you
I didn't
something.
know you could zoom in. That's insane. Amazing. Okay, well then everybody should be reading the tiny fine print on my Instagram stories. You have no excuse now.
Well, I'm glad to know that that's how I can do it, because seriously, I have so many screenshots of your stories. I screenshot them and then I like zoom in to read. It's too small.
It's usually not. Well, it's usually not important.
But I feel like if it's important enough for you to take the time to put it on your story, then you must want people to see it. Right?
Yeah, but those are the like nuances of social media, Like I want people to see it, but I also don't care. I'm just doing it because I think it looks cute and I want to be fun and quirky,
I don't know. I don't understand it. So, this is why I'm asking this question. Speaking of cute, you look really cute today. I like that tank.
Thank you. Yeah, I like this tank too. And I was wearing like Do you remember those cute green pants that I got before I left? I was wearing those today. I just wanted to dress cute today and put on makeup and have a cute outfit on and go walk around and sit in the park and read my book. And it was so fun.
Okay. Well, listen, you do. You look cute. Your hair looks pretty. Your hair looks redder. I feel like it just continues to get redder.
I know. I was looking at those pictures of us from when I was a kid, and I was like, my hair was so blonde in some of these.
I know, it's wild.
So.
It was blonde, but it was strawberry blonde. So there was definitely hints of red, but it has gotten so much redder. It's crazy.
Yeah, in this video right now, looking at myself, my hair is fully red. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And your eyebrows, too. Your eyebrows are on point right now.
Thank you.
They are. Listen.
My eyebrows have always been darker than my hair.
But right now they look identical on this this screen where I'm looking at you. Too bad the pod listeners can't see. Maybe we should take a picture of our screen so they can get like
let me see if I can take a screenshot. I have to remember how because I haven't done it in a while. Here we go.
Should we smile?
Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Smile now.
Okay. Look at it and see how that looks. This is the rabbit trails we get on. It's hilarious.
Hold on. I have to go paste it to something now because it's like copied. Give me a second.
No worries.
Wait, we look so cute. Okay, I'll save this.
Okay.
And then I'll post it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Cool. Did you see Miss Elisa posted and tagged us of pictures of Morris Conway?
Wait, I actually didn't see that. No.
You didn't see it?
She tagged Crozier Girls?
She tagged Crozier Girls. And I don't know how to tell you to see it because, I'm terrible with social media.
Well, I would have reposted it if I had seen that. I'm so sorry, Elisa.
Well,
I would have, given you a shout out.
Yeah, it's gone now because I think it was a story. So.
Dang it. I don't go on the Instagram every day. It's only if, I guess I must have missed it.
You don't get notifications?
No, that's one of my social media boundaries. I don't have any social media notifications turned on. So I don't get notified when people like things, send me things, whatever. So if I'm responding to you, it's because I went on Instagram and I saw that you sent me your reel. So that way I'm not, I don't know, all the notification stresses me out. Yeah. So that's my social media boundary. I haven't had Instagram notifications on in years.
Yeah, I don't either, actually. I get no notifications unless I go into the app and then I see the red dot or whatever. Otherwise I'm the same way. I feel like that, I don't like red dots on my phone. So anytime there's a red dot notification, I am so quick to clear it out because I feel like if there is a red dot showing up on my phone, it's an action item and I need it taken care of. So I try to clear it out.
You need to take action.
I need to take action. And so the fewer action items I need to take care of, the better. So anyway, okay, well, you're going to tell me about why you had to go back out to the store.
Well, I just was going to give our listeners some insight into grocery shopping, and which I guess this isn't restricted just to Croatia or Europe, but just grocery shopping in a big city where you walk everywhere and you don't have a car. It's just interesting. So there is public transportation here, but it takes just as long as walking. So unless I'm going anywhere where the walk would be more than 30 minutes, I don't really use public transportation because it would be the same time. And also it's good to walk and I like to walk. So, but okay, so the closest, well, I had to go get some toiletry type products, which means I had to walk even further. So I went, I read my book, and then I brought my huge tote bag that I somehow had the foresight to bring to Croatia. So I had my purse and my tote bag, and I went read my book for a little bit, and then I went to get my toiletry stuff, and I put.
Time out. Is it the tote bag you got from the Southern Charm shop in Charleston?
Yes. Okay. From Sewing Down South.
Sewing Down South. Okay. I thought so. Listen, some of our listeners are huge Southern Charm fans, and every time we're together, it comes up. So.
Wait, who?
The Harmons. Mr. Chris even watches it.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
Wait.
Matt and Elisa watch it.
What?
I know. It's wild. I mean, these people are really into Southern Charm. And did you know that Mr. Henderson, a few weeks ago went to So his business partner at Driggers invested in some fancy schmancy hotel that just opened. And so he went to the grand opening and the people were there. All these and he got pictures with them.
What?
So
that's
anyway.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes.
Carry
when
on.
I went to Charleston one time, I went to Sewing Down South, which is Craig Conover's pillow shop. However, we now have mixed feelings about Craig from Southern Charm because he and Paige, who is one of my podcast girlies, one of my ride or dies, they broke up and some things have come to light about him. So now we have mixed feelings about Craig. But anyways, the tote bag that I got from his pillow shop is huge and it is the best thing ever. I can't even remember right now what I actually bought at his shop to get that tote bag. Oh, I bought a t-shirt. I use the tote bag more than I wear the shirt, the free bag that came with my purchase. So
that's a good free gift.
I know. But anyway, so I brought it because I was like, you never know when you need a huge tote bag. And then, I come to realize that when you're shopping at any of these stores, like they charge you extra for a bag, which, is smart. It causes people to use usable bags instead of using up the plastic or whatever. So anyways, all that to say, I don't even remember where I was with my story.
You had to take your tote bag. So you have your tote bag.
So I took my tote bag with me because I knew that I was going to go get a lot of groceries, more than usual, because I have a friend coming to visit me next week. So in my head, I'm going to get groceries for our entire next week. I mean, if we need something, we can still go get it. But I like to just kind of be prepared, have everything already stocked up. And then Sundays, everything is closed. All the grocery stores are closed. So today is Saturday that we're recording this podcast. And I went ahead and I knew I needed to go ahead and go grocery shopping. So anyways, there's a grocery store that's kind of like a small little market store that's 5-minute walk from my apartment. But if I need other things that they don't have, then the closest grocery store is a good 15-20-minute walk made into 30 minutes when you're carrying 50 pounds on your shoulder after you go grocery shopping. So I went and I got a whole bunch of stuff, but I've kind of become aware of what will fit into this tote bag and what will not. So I had to stop before I got everything that was on my list that I needed. And already, I mean, can you see? I still have red right here on my shoulder from carrying that tote bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was carrying that tote bag with all my groceries on my left shoulder, and then I had my purse on my right shoulder where I'd put those toiletries in that I had gotten before I went grocery shopping. And then I was carrying in my hand some fruit that didn't fit in the tote bag. So I'm just walking for 25 minutes back to my apartment. The weather is cool outside, but I was sweating, So then I got back and I was like, well, I have to go back out. And the things left on my list I could just get at that small market by my apartment. So I kind of planned it well, knowing that I may have to go back out. So then I went back out and got those things at the place 5 minutes away, and then came back. So it's just
smart.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot to figure out. So, again, I'm just proud of you for just figuring all the things out. So,
yeah. The other thing about grocery stores here is they're small. They have everything you need, but the aisles are tight. So I'm standing there, and sometimes I do still have to translate things with my phone, whatever's on, packages, because I can tell what it is, but I want to know the specifics, what is in this pasta sauce, Right. And so I'm standing there sometimes trying to translate, and people are trying to get by me, and it's tight, and I'm stressed, and they know that I'm not from Croatia because I'm using my Google Translate app. So it's kind of stressful to go grocery shopping when you need to get a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So anyways.
Right. And they don't have everything that we're used to here. When Dad and I were there and we made tacos that night, they don't have taco seasoning, and you can't find.
Yes, they do. I don't know where y'all went, but my grocery shop, my Consume that I go to that's 20 minutes away has taco seasoning. It has beef, ground beef. So I don't know where y'all went, but.
You told us that you had not found taco seasoning yet, so you must have found that after we left.
No, I had already made tacos with taco seasoning before. It's literally, they have a whole little section with taco shells and taco seasoning and taco sauce, what they think is taco sauce. So, I thought you did find taco seasoning.
No, remember we bought some kind of other, it said paprika seasoning on it or something is what we bought. And it was fine, but remember it was real smoky, almost like barbecue.
Yeah.
flavored.
Well, again, not every, like my mini market doesn't have taco sauce, but the Conzoom that's a 20-minute walk away does have it. If not every
Grocery
store doesn't have the same stuff.
Right.
And even having taco supplies is a newer thing, apparently.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right. Well, we've got to get rolling because we're going to go out to see Bobby and Claire's new house. I mean, I went out earlier this week and helped her unpack. Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
You have to get rolling. It's 23
Yeah.
minutes already. How have you not been rolling?
Well, we are rolling. Micah said, get rolling. You've been recording for 23 minutes. How is it not rolling?
All right, let's start the podcast for real now.
Anyway, I told you how I went to help Aunt Claire unpack and how much I just love it. Like it fills my tank. Unpacking and organizing stuff. So great.
I told you that is one way that I am like you, because I also love to unpack and organize.
McKinney does too. Every single time McKinney moves back to his dorm after summer, after Christmas, anytime, he gets everything arranged, and then he sends us a long Marco Polo. Like, this is how I've organized my shoes, and this is where I'm putting my, dirty clothes, and he loves it too. So it's funny. Anyway, we like being organized around here. That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, what were we talking about? I feel like we've jumped around so much.
Well, I feel like I finished my story about the grocery store.
Yeah, your story about
I was going to say, I have like a little tradition now. Whenever I have a visitor come, I think it's okay I say this because this won't come out till after Adelia's already come. But I get a little gift for them, a little welcome to Croatia gift. Aww. And it's a just a little bottle of Jana peach tea, which Jana is a Croatian brand, and the little peach teas that they have are so good. They are my favorite thing ever. So that's my welcome to Croatia gift for people.
I love that. That's so sweet. However, Dad and I didn't get any Jana peach tea.
Yes, because you guys came so early. I hadn't discovered them yet. I hadn't even had one yet. So I'll get you one next time.
Oh,
I'll get everyone.
We've got some big news to talk about with our pod listeners.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so as we had already announced, Rebekah's grandparents, my mom and dad, Pop and Gaga, wanted to go to Croatia, but, they're definitely getting older, and so just wasn't a good idea for them to come by themselves. Rebekah has to work during the week, so, she can't entertain them and take them around to places, and so, they asked if I would come with them, so yes, I will. I'll come. Well, I don't know how it played out, but
yeah, I was going to ask, how did this conversation even happen?
So Pop bought the plane tickets for Gaga and him and for me. I booked their hotels. I booked our Airbnbs for when we go to Zadar and to Plitvice. So I had everything arranged. And then I think, was it Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Monday. He texts and says something like, hey, is it going to be a big problem if Aaron comes? So I don't know. I have no idea how it ended up that was on the table for Aunt Aaron to come. And I was like, well, no, I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I just may have to cancel some Airbnbs because we got really small ones. And, if they say 4 people, a lot of them really mean only 4 people. Mm-hmm. And so I canceled those. And then he was like, okay, she's going, whatever. So then I said, well, if you're inviting Aaron, we probably should invite Claire. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. So then he invites Aunt Claire. So Tuesday, I'm at Bobby and Claire's helping her unpack. And she was like, okay, I'm going. And also she said, I'm going to see if Amelia wants to come too. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting crazy. Well, Amelia said no. Amelia couldn't. She's only home for so long during the summer. And
Amelia, wow, you don't want to come see me?
I know. So, but I was kind of relieved because I was like, oh my goodness, this is getting really big. And there are things logistically that are challenging in European countries with big groups of people. So I booked Airbnbs again for the 6 of us. And then you don't even know this, but it was Thursday. Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. I get a text that says, hey, I have messaged with Uncle David, and I'm going to see if he wants to come too.
Well, I was actually going to ask. I was like, did anyone invite David?
So anyway, David cannot come, which is sad, but him and Rachel are moving into their new place, their new addition during that week. And then also he said his passport's expired. He didn't have a peace about it. Yeah. And then he got his passport out. And for those of you that don't know, my brother David is 6 years younger than me, and him and his wife Rachel have 5 kiddos. And they live on a big ranch in Northwest Arkansas. And anyway, so his life he's at a different stage of life than the other 3 of us are. So anyway, so at the end of the day, it's going to be Pop and Gaga and Aaron and Claire. And I think we got all the Airbnbs arranged. Here's an interesting thing that people may not realize. There aren't a lot of big cars in Europe.
Yeah.
There's no big Suburbans, okay? So when you're renting a car, 5 people in a vehicle is about the max. So I went on to look at the rental car situation because we have so many people now. And there is a big van that we could rent for 7 people, up to 7 people, but it's over $1,000. I know.
Wait, per day?
Total for the 3 days that we need it. But we can rent 2 cars for half that price for the same amount of time. So, so we're going to rent 2 cars is the bottom line. So I guess I'll drive one and you'll drive one. And yeah. So anyway, it'll be fine. And I did check the parking with both the Airbnbs, and they both have parking for 2 cars. So we'll be fine.
Okay.
So
good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
crazy.
exciting. I know.
Yep.
I know. It's definitely going to be crazy for sure. So anyway, Aunt Erin is so excited. She's never been across the pond at all. So
I was wondering. Claire has, right?
Yes. Yeah, Claire has. I think maybe just once. I can't remember, but anyway, so they're both really excited to see you.
So excited.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's fun. I know. All right. Well, what else has been happening this week?
Well, I was going to tell you, going back to our conversation from last week about all the Instagram accounts that I've been following with our Instagram. Oh. So this is good. Okay. So I followed this now, like mother-daughter stuff is starting to pop up my feed. And I'm like, good, this is what I wanted. This is the content that I wanted to show up here.
Okay.
And this like mother-daughter therapist lady pops up. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'll follow her. We're in the same realm of genre of, I don't know.
Okay.
So I followed her, and now I didn't like realize what that meant. And now her content is popping up on our feed, and it's stuff that says like, do you want to be reconciled with your daughter by Thanksgiving? Here's what to do. or here's how to start healing from the distance with your daughter. Like stuff like really depressing stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like I can like interact with this content.
No, you're like, oh, actually, this is not our genre. Serious,
I was like, wait,
depressing stuff is not our genre.
It's like really sad stuff.
No, we are here to make you laugh and to bring a little bit of just cheer to your life. If we are not doing that, then we feel like our job has not been accomplished. We have a few serious conversations here and there, but man, we're not delving into this stuff. Nope.
But crazy. Also, if you're having distance with your daughter, I now have a resource for you if you want. Yeah,
I would say stay away from that resource and find yourself a good biblical counselor. That would be my recommendation. So anyway, reach out to me if you need one. That's funny. That is funny.
Well, do you have anything on your list for?
I really don't. I've had a very busy week, but it's been just kind of bland, like orthopedic appointment, chiropractor, physical therapy, just a bunch of stupid doctor's appointments. And then I also
met with a lot of brokers.
I met with a lot of brokers this week. I had a lot of conversations, phone conversations and in-person meetings with brokers. And I think that I'm very close to making a decision about who I feel like will be the best fit for me. I was really stressed out yesterday, but then I had another conversation with one of the brokers, and unfortunately, they have mandatory meetings on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. And as you know, and most of our pod listeners know, I help to teach a community Bible study class, and it's on Wednesdays. And that's my commitment. I've made that commitment. That's where I feel like the Lord wants me right now. And so I feel like he kind of closed that door. So now I think I know, I think I've circled in on where I'm supposed to be. So that's good.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know.
That's good.
Yep. Now I just need people to move so I can help them.
So if you're listening,
buy a house, sell
give
a
up your
house, let me know. I'm here to help. So anyway, yeah. So that's pretty much been my week. I did have a fun day yesterday. I had a fun day with some friends, and we just hung out at the pool. One of my friends said, okay, ladies, if we're going to get in the pool, we have to do handstands. We're getting in the water. We're going to do handstands. We're going to do George Washington hair. Do you remember doing that in the pool? George Washington hair.
Classic.
And then one of my other friends said, okay, and we all have to baptize each other.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was the last thing. I literally knew
And I said, when I was a kid and when my kids were little, when the baptizing would start, you knew that a fight was coming soon, because it's like,
right, because someone's going to hold someone underneath the water and
right. You're trying to drown me, So anyway, so it was funny. We got a good chuckle out of that.
So funny. We always did it in the hot tub of our pool. Like, that was the baptismal, not the pool,
Because you could touch better there. So
yeah. And it was like smaller, like the size of the
Right.
baptismal. So
Right. It also, another comment is, I texted you and I was like, I'm having a pool day with some of my friends. And you were like, oh my goodness, I have FOMO, which is hilarious to me that you want to hang out with me and my middle-aged friends. So
I do. I love your friends. I think they're so fun and cool.
Well, I think that's great. I love that. Get your friends that your young adult children want to hang out with. That means you've got good friends. So,
Well, when I get back, can y'all have another pool day and invite me, please?
maybe so. I'll have to check with the group and see if you're allowed admittance into the middle-aged moms club. So,
Okay.
maybe
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I do have some more pet peeves to talk about. I just have so many of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I
Yes.
looked up, you told me you had some pet peeves to share, so I looked up, like, where did that phrase come from? Pet peeve.
That's such a good question.
And obviously the word peeve comes from the old word peevish, which is like an annoyance, right? And apparently there was like a cartoon in some Chicago newspaper that was like something pet peeve. And pet is something that's close to you, like my pet, right? Like my, and then peeve. So it's a high level,
A personal annoyance.
a personal annoyance or a high level of annoyance. And they said it first kind of surfaced around the early 20th century. So there you have it. There's your history of the phrase pet peeve.
No,
Carry
that's
on.
so informative. I've never questioned that phrase before. Okay. So my first pet peeve is this is an obvious one. I feel like it's so many people's pet peeves, but yeah. There, and there. It's not that hard. People, it's not that hard. It is not that hard to figure out.
It's not hard.
We learned this in the first grade. It is not that hard. You can remember random, sports stats, but you can't differentiate between the three theirs. Especially, they are. It's a contraction. They are. I don't even.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I can't.
I know. I can't. I can't either. Listen, you and I have a lot of the same pet. I wonder if you get yours from me ranting about it for years.
I mean, I don't think so, because this is just a grammar thing. This
Yeah.
is a common grammar thing. And the funny thing is, this was brought up because, remember I mentioned that I attended that finance webinar this week?
Mm-hmm.
So the lady who was presenting during the finance webinar, she had a whole PowerPoint presentation, right, that she was screen sharing. And I mean, there were so many people on this call. I don't actually know how many. I couldn't see the number, but this was like a professional finance webinar presentation. She is like a professional woman, and she mixed up theirs. That was all I was thinking about for like 5 minutes while that screen was there. I don't even remember what she was talking about. I mean, I guess she's a finance girly. She's not a writer, but I don't know.
But if you're doing a big presentation to a professional group of people, you need to if you're not a grammar person, have someone proofread your PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
that's my job in my organization.
That's the basic of grammar. That's not even hard grammar. So
I know. And if you doubt yourself, look it up. Look it up on Google. Look it up.
Yeah, I'm sure stupid AI could give you the right answer.
It can.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
That is a correct use of AI. I sanction that use of AI, absolutely, because that's just using it like Google. Google, what are the different theirs, and how do I use them?
Right.
It is not that hard.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good one. And right along the same lines of that is, you know how we used to laugh for years about the little meme that would say punctuation kills, and it's I ate grandpa or I ate grandpa, like where to put commas. So it's the same kind of thing. Like, make sure your commas are in the right places.
Throwback to my senior class. I feel like probably Adelia is the only one listening to this from that class who would remember this, but I think it was my senior year. My entire class, we were in Bible. We were in Mr. Stice's class, and he had that sign on the wall of that classroom that was let's eat grandpa, or let's eat grandma. Let's eat grandma, like that sign. Yeah. And so we made a TikTok reel. I think Thomas led it. And it was him saying, let's eat grandma. And the whole class went, what? No. And then let's eat grandma. And then we all go, yeah. And we start clapping.
I think I remember that. I wonder if there's a way to find it and put it on our Crozier Girls Instagram.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I could probably find it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so
funny. That's so funny. That is funny. Anyway, correct grammar, people. Correct grammar. If you're going to use AI, use it for something useful.
Yeah.
So
true.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is I will validate that pet peeve for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime.
Okay, another pet peeve. This is actually a really niche one. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say this before. This has come up a lot recently. I think a way to say this. I hate when people say in these trying times, or oh, these days, things are so awful, the world's gonna end soon because of the political situation, because of the natural disasters, because of blah blah the wars. And I'm do you even know history? Do you not realize that times have been hard since Adam and Eve sinned? Stop acting like times are so much harder now, and oh no, the world's gonna end soon, World War III, we're all gonna die. I bet they thought that 500 years ago, because times were hard and there was cholera and wars, and I don't know. So I hate when people try to act 2025, oh, this has been such a bad year because whatever, the election or whatever they want to peg it on, the floods and the hurricanes and all the different things. And I'm these things have been happening since the beginning of time. Literally since sin, all these awful things have been happening. Stop trying to act like things are so much worse now because it backs up whatever political stance you want to take. Things are not worse now. Things are just as bad as they've always been because sin is in the world, and political leaders are just as bad as they've always been because they're sinful, and anyways, that's my rant.
I don't think that's so niche. I mean, a lot of people have that same opinion. So you're
people
in good company.
Saying that, I'm stop saying that. And the reason I thought of it was because I've been reading the book of Isaiah, and oh my gosh, awful things were happening to the Israelites, and all these awful prophecies. And I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry. And you want to say right now where we're living is awful? I just can't. It just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It reminds me of, I feel like I asked Gaga one time, like, do you think it's harder to be, you know, to live now as opposed to like when your mom was parenting? I feel like I remember asking her that, and she was like, oh gosh, it was so much harder for my mom because she didn't have a washing machine. She didn't have a dishwasher. Like they had to do all the same things, and they didn't have any technology to help them. And so like times are not, I mean, I get
also,
that in some parts of the world. Yeah.
I was about to say billions of people around the world right now don't have electricity, don't have washing machines, don't have dishwashers. Yeah. So I don't really see how your life is so hard. Anyways.
And your whole career is focused on people who don't have clean water to drink, safe water to drink. And so, yeah. I hear you. That's a good, man, we could go off. I know. On
Sorry, I didn't mean to I feel like that's a really heavy rant. More so the pet peeve is just people saying that phrase like, oh, these times are so
trying
hard.
times.
These are trying times. Like, oh, this is, man, the world's going downhill. The world is not going downhill because it's been going downhill since sin. Like, this is just how the world is.
Right. It is going downhill, but it's been doing that since the garden. And, and even scripture, I think in Romans 6, I'm probably getting that wrong, but creation groans and cries out for the world to be set right. And so it is good that we recognize the world is not as it should be. Like that is good that we recognize that, but also just acknowledging like it's not going to be as it should be. Times are not going to get better. No. Right? Times are
and
going
they haven't gotten better since,
exactly.
Hundreds of years ago. So.
Exactly. And they're not going to until the return of Christ. So anyway, wow, that took a turn, didn't it? Man.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to
listen.
Go on a rant there.
But. We've got lots of opinions today. I like it. I like it. Well, that's good. Good pet peeves, I guess. You know what one of Dad's top pet peeves is?
What?
One of Dad's top pet peeves is when you order a drink, especially in the drive-thru, and they fill it up so high, and then they put the lid on, and there's drink just coming out the top.
Yeah,
that drives him crazy. So, anyway.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Just to lighten things up a little bit.
No, I always having worked at Chick-fil-A, I always tried to, make sure, even if the drinks were overflowed, pour it out a little bit, wipe the sides off, whatever I could do to help,
Customer service. One of my pet peeves is bad customer service, which I've been dealing with for the last 2 days with Windstream, which is our internet provider up at the Shire, our cabin, and it's terrible. So anyway, we won't even get started on that. But anyway, do you have anything else? Because the boys are wanting to head out soon for the Shoemakers.
I think that's all.
Okay.
Well, I do have another Sorry. I had a lot of takeaways from this finance webinar. Okay, here's my question that I want to pose to everyone listening. How young is too young to have a will? Should I have one? What do you think?
Interesting. Okay, good question. We'll see if we get any responses.
You don't want to respond?
Are you asking me? I think legally there's an age where they can't have a will. I feel like I just learned that in my real estate class because I was surprised by it. And it's probably by state. Yeah, it's probably by state. But it's probably 18, honestly.
Yeah, surely.
Because under 18, you're not considered an adult. And so you really aren't even owning,
assets.
Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, I think if you have things that you're very particular about, like what happens to Doll when you die, then if you don't want her
she gets buried with me.
Okay. Well, now we all know, so you don't need a will.
So true.
Because that's really the only thing worth you have that would be
so
worth
true.
Really.
All my money, I guess, can like go to you guys or the boys. I don't know. And then Dodgeball is buried with me.
Okay. Well, there you have it. This is an oral will.
Yep.
You've made your wishes clear. Well, I guess on that interesting note, we should probably wrap up for the week with high point and low point. So I told someone this week, I was like, it's funny how we get to this every week and we both know we're going to do high point, low point, and then neither of us can think of anything. And it's
so
terrible. True. So,
yep.
I would say my high point was probably my pool day. I haven't done that in so long. Like when y'all were little, we used to have, your friends' moms would bring your friends over, and we would have a little play date, and the moms would visit, and we'd eat chicken salad, and it would just be so fun. Salad. Yeah, but we just haven't done it in so long, and so it was kind of fun. Just some of my friends just getting together, and so I loved it, and it was a lot of fun. That would be my high point.
Yay, so fun.
My low point is, I've already mentioned it, it's the customer service train wreck that is Windstream. And I just hope that Cody, who texted me a little bit ago, is able to get by there and get it fixed. They're putting a new hub on our corner. You know how when you turn off Pettit onto Sanderland Mountain, that corner where all that electrical equipment is, it's an easement. That's actually our property, but they have an easement to use it for their equipment legally. And so they are putting in a new hub there, which I guess eventually will make things better. But right now, I mean, they were there from 12 a.m. Friday morning to 5 a.m. Friday morning, like all through the night. And then our internet has pretty much not been back on since, and everyone else has it. So anyway, Cody, hopefully he's gonna get it fixed for me. So
come on, Cody.
I know. Yeah. So that's my low point. Again, pretty lame low point when you think about all the challenging things that are happening in the world. We're very blessed, but it's it's an annoyance. It's a pet peeve. How about you?
I guess my high point would be finishing my book. I was up late last night. Yep, I finished Middlemarch, which is a personal triumph of mine. So,
congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was so good. Like, I mean, that's a new favorite. I will be rereading it. Like, it was amazing. There's like a short mini series, like TV series that I'm going to watch that's based off of it that I found. So,
what are you going to use for protection? For protection now when you're walking around the streets of Croatia if you don't have your book?
Good question. Well, I did start another one today. Another Victorian novel that has been on my TBR for a long time. So I guess it's not as long as the other one, not as big as Middlemarch, but I guess I can use that.
Okay, great. I love it. Rebekah's personal protection is a Victorian novel. Fabulous.
As it should be.
Yes. Okay.
Don't underestimate a girl with a Victorian novel.
That's right. Do you have a low point?
Well, I had a migraine yesterday. That was pretty low. Or you think I had a migraine. I don't know. Did I have a migraine?
Well, I don't know. You told me that you were nauseous and you had a really bad headache. And I've never had a migraine, but I know Gaga used to get them really bad. And I think Aunt Claire gets them. I don't know about Erin. And that's how I remember them describing them, is very nauseous and a really bad headache. So it's possible you had a migraine.
That's how I was feeling for half the day yesterday. So yeah,
I'm glad it's better.
I'm fine now.
Good. Okay. Well, I think we'll wrap it up for this episode, and we're just so appreciative to everyone who listens and comments and interacts on our social media.
Yep. Thank you so much for everyone who listens and invests in the podcast.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Love you, hun.
Bye.
Bye.